Hello and welcome to Mornings at Sunrise Cottage. My name is Vicki. I'm here with Neil, and today we're taking you to Chestnut Street Mini Mall in Berea, Kentucky. When we first went in and I looked in the first booth, I immediately saw these two really pretty lamps, and the prices were good at $25 each. So if you need any of these lamps, this is the place to go. And then over from that, I spotted this picture, this brown picture. I thought it was so pretty. And have you all ever seen any of these amber color fiddle-shaped jars? I'd never seen them before, but I thought they were so unusual. And I always like to look at this old-time medicine or just different cans like that. And a few years ago, I picked up one of these old beverage crates. But I thought this was unique. It had my old Kentucky home on a glass. And I had never seen that before. You may have, but I never have. Then I like this saying here. We all have something to teach, and we all have something to learn. And then I spotted this little sleigh. That would be pretty at Christmas. And then I saw this Pyrex percolator. Now, I had been looking for one of these for years, and I actually found one at the Redbird Community Store. But since I found that one, I've seen two more. And I saw this way back in a corner, this little peach dish, and I thought that was so cute. And then this shelf was so nice here. I like that. Now, they had a lot of pottery here, and I know very little about pottery, but I think apparently it was a good brand of pottery. And I want to take some pictures in case some of you are interested in pottery. And here's one of the little scales like I like to collect, and I've got one but not like this one. But I thought that was neat, and I just wanted to show you some of the things they had there. And then I saw this record by Ed Ames. Does anyone remember him? He used to play on one of the shows when I was little, and I believe it was Daniel Boone or David Crockett or something like that. Tell me below if you remember that. And they had some pictures of their local schools, and I thought those were so nice. And then I saw this little, you can't really see it here as clear as it was, but it was a little sign from Germany. And they had a little barn. Now, I especially like this old picture. I thought it was just as cute as could be. And they had a lot of comic books here. And look at this old Singer sewing machine. Then they had some different booths. Now, this one had a lot of soaps and different things like that, and some brushes and stuff. And here was something odd. It was like a pig, a carved pig. And I like that lamp with Indians under it. And that Aladdin thermos. Now there's Neil, and I don't know if you can tell, but he's on a bicycle built for two. There's some more of that vintage Mexican pottery. And this covered glass jar you could use in your kitchen or even in your bathroom. And there's an old fire truck. And that was a feather bed smoother. I'd never seen one of these before. I don't know how many of you actually know what a feather bed is. If you've slept on or under a feather bed, Let me know in the comments below. And this was a real pretty churn. And those were unusual seats up there. I like those, kind of a Windsor. And this, I think, was an old bread box. And here was another one. Now, I actually like this one awfully well. Now, this particular booth, they had some plants and some bulbs and some different planters. And I think they're known for this. They were very well-priced plants and planters, and if you're really interested in this would be a good place to come and look for succulents or different plants. These were really cute glasses. And then there's some more of these old medicines from long ago. There's your kidney and your liver tonic. And this was kind of an interesting seat. And I think in the last one we saw a cow, but here's a duck head for the wall. Now, I really like these redbirds or cardinals, and I don't know if you noticed, but there was a purple trillium picture in the background that was awfully pretty. There was a scale. And look at this rabbit picture. Wasn't that the cutest? Now, I like this. It was very nice, and I thought that was pretty. And then I also like these pictures of the chickens. And this was, there were two of these placemats. There were only two. And that was an unusual little salt and pepper shaker. I don't think I've seen one like that before. And they had some doorknobs even, old-fashioned. And a cookie jar that looked like a Mountain Dew jar. And a bean pot. And some of you like the brass, so I tried to take some brass pictures too, like that brass duck. And I found this interesting. It was the Beatles. No, that's Paul Revere, a Paul Revere lunchbox and a bread box. And I think this is a sewing case. I kind of opened it up so you could see on the inside, and I think that's what that is. There was some little molds. And I like any kind of little something you can put on the wall like that. So that's why I added that in. And I wanted to see if you could see this picture. It was a picture of raccoons, and it was so cute. So I spent some time trying to get that to show up. And this was another interesting scale here. There was a picture of an old wagon, and there were different pictures of this area. And then I got into a section that had a lot of different cameras. And then they had a section that had a lot of just little clocks like you'd put beside your bedside table. And I thought that was kind of cute with the little birdhouses on it. And they had quite a few of the coffee things. And I like these, that vintage nativity set. And I checked, they even had the box for it too that would go with it. And look at that old Peter Rabbit. I don't know if that's Peter Rabbit, but I thought it was awfully cute. And another cardinal picture. And then I went on down and they had some more of the cameras. So I kind of stood there and looked at those for a while because I thought those were interesting. And I like that little mail letter holder there. It was just $10 and had the cherry on it. That was cute. And then I specifically took a picture of that camera. And this is unusual. I don't see a lot of men's hats, but they had a whole section of men's hats of a variety of kinds. And then more cameras. And there's a flower frog. And I've been looking for the metal flower frogs. If anyone's found those or knows where some could be located, let me know in the comments below. This was a really good setup for people who's interested in cameras. And you can see some even had the film there. And the flash. There's another little fire truck. And what a pretty little picture of a boy and his dog. And there was a big old metal pot. I'm not sure what that would have been used for. And a little desk for a little child. And look at that little dog. And still another camera. And there's some brass, I guess ducks or swans maybe, and they're also planters. And then there's a bird cage, and I found these old boxing gloves. And they're leather. They were $48 a pair, but I thought they were interesting. And then the billiard sign there. And I love these old-time buffets. And there's some radon there. And this is the Louisville stoneware. And Big Bob's Butcher Shop. And there was a nice tray there. And tools, hand tools. Now, this next thing, I don't think that is authentic. I think that's like a reproduction, but I may be wrong. And this was for a baby's room, I guess. And this was a billy club, you all. Neil found that. And I thought that was pretty. It was like a little egg that you would put onto a tree. And that was a bank. That was a nautical compass. And they had quite a variety of the cast iron skillets. And this was a little cabin. And I guess that was a salt box, and I don't know how exactly they would use that. But I love any kind of these old type cabinets there. And there was another picture that I liked. And I guess an old time radio. And they had quite a few lamps. And this beautiful boat or ship. And And then they had cows, and that was quite large, really. And another small cabinet. And remember, this was the Chestnut Street Mini Mall in Berea, Kentucky. And we enjoyed our trip there, and we think you would too. The man that runs this is very knowledgeable and is so helpful. So, thanks for joining us this week, and we hope to see you back again next Tuesday. And may God bless you and your family. Bye, friends.